What's up, YouTube? I'm back with another video. This time you're getting ready with me, Mardi Gras edition. So on a fresh clean face, I'm going to take some e.l.f. illuminating primer and place that all over my face. I'm then going to concentrate it in the places that I need the extra highlight in, where I'd normally put my highlight in if it was a powder. Now that my face is primed, if I needed any concealer, this is where I would put it on that. But I think my face is looking pretty clear today, so I'm going to take this Fit Me foundation in the shade Soft Honey and put it in strategic spots on my face so that when I blend it out, it blends in the most even manner. Next, using my Eco Tools buffing brush, I'm going to go ahead and buff all that out. Y'all, I thought I didn't need concealer, but I'm seeing a couple of spots, so I'm gonna go ahead and take some more foundation and just dab it on that spot. I'm not really gonna do too much or blend it out too much with the tools. I'm gonna use my fingers as much as I can just so that the product stays on my face, because using a tool will thin it out and spread it out a whole lot more. I also took that down my neck so that it didn't look like I was wearing a mask. But as you can see, this primer gave me a little extra glow. So now I'm going to use the LA Pro Girl Concealer in the shade Porcelain to highlight my face. Next, I'm going to take some more LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Medium Beige, and I'm going to mix that in with the Porcelain just so that it's not as bright or harsh on my face. Also, using so much of a light color tends to make me look ashy, and I don't want none of that. Then I'm going to take my beauty blender and tap that out. I'm focusing on the ends or where I put the product because I want the middle to stay as vibrant and bright as possible. I'm going to be careful around my eyes because that's where it creases the most, so that's where you're going to see me concentrating the most at. After I'm done with my beauty blender, I'm going to take my buffing brush by Eco Tools and go back in and blend everything out just to make sure it looks seamless. And I'm going to go in with the shade Toast again with LA Girl Pro Concealer, and I'm just going to contour. Then I'm going to go back in with my beauty blender one more time and blend out everywhere that I put that contour. So to clean up and sharpen the contour on my cheekbones, I'm going to go ahead and take Medium Beige and outline the bottom of it and just clean it up a little bit. Next, I'm going to be using some high definition setting powder from e.l.f. and a foundation brush that I got from my local beauty supply store by Blush, I believe it is, Blush. And I'm going to go ahead and apply that setting powder to everywhere that I just put that cream highlight at. So next, I'm just going to fill in my eyebrows using this angle brush and the NYX Tame and Frame, which I'll leave the color in down below in the description box. But I'm going to speed through this because I have a whole video on how to do my eyebrows, and this is what takes the longest. So if you'd like that, check the description box. Now that I'm done with my eyebrows, I'm going to take that LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Porcelain and use it as a eye primer because I don't have one at the moment. I don't know what I did with mine, so I'm just going to use that as my primer. Concealer makes a really good primer as well. It helps things stick, and if you use a lighter color, it'll make the colors appear more vibrant. So I'm going to use this smudge brush from e.l.f. and this e.l.f. palette that I got online that I will leave the link down below as well. And I'm going to take the color that I pointed at and just apply it to the lids. It's kind of a khaki beige color, but I need it to transition from this bright pink color that I'm putting on right now into the brown so that my eyebrows and my eyeshadow don't make some big contrast. Sorry, it was a little out of frame, but I'm taking this really old Claire's palette that I have, and I'm using the kind of a medium purple color to serve as a transition between the pink and the next colors I'm about to put on my lid. Then I'm going to mix that purple that I just showed you with another pinkish color and drag it down the waterline of my eyes so that when I use all of the rest of my eyeliner and all that stuff, everything blends out and it gives it like a nice palette opposed to me like cutting off my eye. Now I'm going to use this eyeshadow brush from e.l.f. and I'm going to take this warm emerald green color and pack it onto my eyelids. I'm running the tip of the brush across my lash line just so that there's no gaps when I put on my lashes and eyeliner. So again, with the smudge brush, I'm alternating between the two. I'm going to go back in to that deep purple, and I'm just going to add it onto the edges of my eyes and a little into the crease just to help blend out that green color that I put in. I'm going to add some dimension to it. Back in this e.l.f. palette, I'm going to use the black color that I pointed to in the very bottom corner, and I'm just going to add that to the corner of my eyes. I'm going to put that where you would start the smoke if you were doing a smoky eye. This isn't exactly a smoky eye, but I just needed to give my eyes a little more depth and dimension. Also to add a little combination of the color because I didn't know how well that was going to all blend out at the end, but I really did like the way the black turned out. So I'm just packing that onto the edges and then blending it into the crease and the upper lid very slowly. Now I'm using this little mini palette from Coastal Scents, and I don't know the color, but I am using this bright yellow color, and I will leave the name of it in the description box. And I'm just going to put it in my inner tear ducts and inner corner, and I'm just going to pack that on there real nicely. And I know it looks a little bright right now, but we're about to add a little more dimension to that. Now I'm going to take this bright yellow from the Claire's palette. It's very soft and shimmery, and go right over that. I'm not too much going to worry about the inner of the yellow. I'm just going to focus more so on the tip of my tear duct to put that on. And then I'm going to take that lighter color, a very light shimmery color that is also kind of yellow, but I'm going to take that and highlight my eyebrows with it. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to take this blush brush that I have from Mary Kay. It's quite old, but I'm just going to try to dust away as much of that setting powder that I put on my face as I can. Then I'm going to go back and blend out any lines that are very apparent on my face that I may have left when I put the setting powder on my face. So now I'm going to take some black liquid eyeliner by e.l.f. and I'm just going to make a very thin wing at the end of my eye. I don't want it to be too thick because then it's going to take away from the mirage of colors that I have on my eyelid, and that's what I want to be the center point. So I don't want my eyeliner to be too thick. Also, I'm going to be putting on fake eyelashes, and when I do that, I'm probably going to go over the line just to make the eyelashes a little less detectable, which will then make it thicker. So I don't want it to be too thick right off the bat. I'm going to drag a little bit of that down my waterline, but just a little bit, not too much. Next, I'm going to be halfway tight lining my eyes. I'm just going to trace my upper waterline or lash line, whatever you want to call it, with this black crayon pencil thingy from Ulta. It is black and it's a dual eye pencil thing, but that is what I'm using. Then I'm just going to go in with my false eyelashes and some black glue. And I'm just going to very carefully put that as close to the line of my lashes as I can. Using black eyelash glue can be kind of scary because if you put it in the wrong place or the glue gets on your lid and you have your eyeshadow done, that can be heartbreaking. But there's a trick. It's really okay because all you have to do is pack the color that you got it on onto the top of that glue and it'll stick quite well and you shouldn't be able to see it too much. Because I'm not a master at putting on lashes and sometimes they don't look very natural, I'm just going to go back in with my black eyeliner and retrace that line to blend in any marks from any glue that I may have left there. Or if the lashes don't look as natural because the glue is so thick, I'll just add a little more liner just to make the line look more thick. My lower lash line was looking a little naked, so I'm going to take some Colossal mascara and I'm just going to put that right on there. It definitely is Maybelline, girl. Definitely is. Next, for my lips that were increasingly dry because I had that foundation over it, just going to put a little shea butter mix on it, and then I'm going to use this nice purpley pink lipstick from NYX, which I'll also leave in the description bar, and I'm going to cover that up with Instigator by MAC just to get a nice purpley pink color because the lid is also purpley pink and not just purple, so I want to bring that whole look together by adding that purpley pink. And if you mess up your lipstick, no fear, just take some concealer, trace it out, and clean it up. I'm going to take a smudge brush, I believe, yep, that's the smudge brush. I'm going to take that and blend out that concealer though, just to make it a little easier because when I use my hands, I screw it up even more. Then, I'm going to go in with my highlight from an eyeshadow with Ulta that I'm going to leave also in the description box, and a foundation brush. I'm just going to pack that onto the areas of my face that I put the cream contour at, cream highlight at, and I'm just going to glow. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to glow. And now I'm going to add my blush, and I did that after I did the highlight just because I didn't want it to look like a 3-layered thing. So if you put the thing on the middle, on top of everything, it just brings it together really nicely. And last but not least, I'm just going to spray my face with this liquid gold, this dewy setting spray by NYX, and using a brush and making sure that's all evenly distributed. And once it is, there is your Mardi Gras look. Thank you guys so much for watching. Go eat some crawfish for me.